All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here, of course, for Monster, episode 9. Ooh.
Tenma is on the move.
Tenma is going to try and kill Johan.
Yes.
And
it's probably a good idea.
I think it's a good thing that he's moving in this direction. He realizes how big of a problem Johan is.
Right. And then 2 episodes from now he kills him and the show's over. Yeah.
I'm also a little bit more worried about him killing someone else.
Right.
On his way to kill
exactly.
Johan.
And because, I could see there being a lot of cases where he needs to, threaten people with guns in order for his own survival or, whatever. But then where does the line get blurred of, but you can't actually, kill people, Tenma.
Right.
You're not that kind of person.
I think he needs allies.
Yes,
I don't think he needs just a beeline directly to Johan. I think he needs more people on his side, like Nina,
sure.
And we have no idea where she is now.
Yeah.
I really like Lung, the inspector,
but he's very much
not really
a potential ally. Right
yeah,
now.
Not really. But if there was a way that they could find a way to work together, that would be awesome.
And I feel like that'll come in around episode 30, and it'll be amazing.
Yeah, but we also need another person like Mahler or something.
Yeah,
that guy was great. And Tenma, I worry for his mental health as well.
That's just starting to happen.
No, I mean a little bit more immediate. Meaning,
yes.
I worry about what he might do in the next 24 to 48 hours of his life, his existence.
Although he is a doctor, so he knows all about mental health. Hopefully, so
that's
he was a neurosurgeon. Yes, but still,
so it might be a separate kind of thing.
Yes,
but it's going to be awesome, guys. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay. Sounds like it'll be a good one.
Oh no. I'm primed for the worst.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be okay.
フリーランスになった後、79年ニカラグアの戦闘に参戦。
Wow.
81年から84年までアフガニスタンの反政府ゲリラに加担。なんとも輝かしい戦歴ですな。ヒューゴー・ベルンハルトさん。
Hugo Bernhardt。
うちの若いもんもぜひあなたのレクチャーを受けて鍛え直していただきたいもんですな。
いや。It's okay. He's like, you don't need to be so harsh, man.
Yeah.
この男は優秀でしたか。5ヶ月ほど前、あなたの訓練所に現れたはずなんですがね。
Yeah, because
holy crap.
Gotta know how to use one.
Okay.
なるほど。
The way he said that just carried such power
and the way they had the rain come in, the audio for the rain come in after, just like they did with Johan.
Oh, 5 months ago.
Okay.
撃ったことがないんです。一度もか。はい。
Oh, this is what he wanted to learn
exactly
before he left. Or no, this was in between leaving.
一度も撃ったことのない人間は初めてだ。縄跳びだ。経験があろうとなかろうと、うちはそれから始める。
Okay.
あの子のようにな。
Does it help teach balance and precision or something?
Okay. This is some Mr. Miyagi training right here. Oh, that's way fast. Yeah, it is a balance thing, you're right.
Yeah, because unlike in the movies, you can miss.
Yep.
And you don't want that to happen.
Yep.
なかなか君みたいにうまく飛べないな。
You weigh just a bit more than she does.
Yeah.
君はいつもそうやって教官の代わりにトレーニングを見張っているのかい？分かったよ。
Yeah, this is some kind of boot camp thing because he's like living here.
Where did he find this guy? Okay. Yes.
That is true. Good girl.
She's already done.
Yep.
お子さん、いや、お孫さんですか？いや、あの子の母親は俺が撃ち殺した。
Whoa!
Okay, for some reason there was a part of me that was wondering if there was something like that.
Dang.
Okay.
Dang. Holy crap.
母親は銃を構えていた。一瞬遅かったら俺が撃ち殺されていた。それで俺があの子を連れてきたってわけさ。
Wow.
Dang.
俺と暮らして以来、あの子は一度も笑ったことがない。一生俺を恨んで生きるだろう。
Okay.
Oh, this is some serious stuff.
I get the feeling Tenma is gonna end up killing someone other than Johan in the not too distant future.
Yeah, not this episode, but
No.
sometime. Whoa.
Wow. She wouldn't even come out until he was gone.
I mean, he might have rationalized more in his head that killing Johan, isn't going to hurt anyone else. If anything, it's going to, he's going to stop
save a lot of people.
Stop other people from being hurt by killing him.
Not having trouble eating now.
Nope. He's got that heart rate not up and high. His metabolism is going to go crazy.
So when we see him, is he actually going to be like jacked or something?
No, I mean, jump rope.
No, I know. Jump rope's cardio. Like, it's not really going to...
But if anything, his running will be better.
Yeah, and that's probably
His
something that's
stamina.
important.
Oh, he is?
Okay.
He's working out.
Oh, he's specifically working out his wrists and like forms and
grip.
stuff. For his grip and things like that, so that he'll probably be a lot more steady with the gun.
Yep.
Oh. Look where you're going.
She was watching him, making sure that he's okay. Aww.
Arigato. ランニングの時間だ。そうか。
More running. Yep.
走り終わったら裏のくぼ地へ来い。
Oh, okay. We're gonna start.
射撃場だ。
Yeah,
Yeah.
いいか。
that's a ways away.
銃を撃つときには必ず引き金を2回引け。2度ずつ撃つことでとどめを刺す確率は飛躍的に高くなる。
Oh, okay.
それができないときはお前の命がないと思え。
It's good. This is pretty realistic. Yeah.
That's what it's like holding a gun for the first time.
He's holding it all wrong too.
Not all wrong. It's not too bad.
Right, but he should have one hand on the bottom here.
Yeah.
Now he's helping make the food.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
なんだこれ。
He's like, this is something for my
いつも
country.
食事を用意してもらってるんで、今日は僕が日本の料理を作りました。
Awesome.
肉じゃがって言うんですけど、気
Nice
に
and
入ってもらえ
simple.
るかどうか。
I get that it's beef.
He's like, what am I-
potatoes, but-
木を削って作ったんです。この方が日本料理の感じが出ると思って。
She probably hasn't used those in a long time.
Oh, but
He probably
she's-
did it for her.
She's a natural already. The soldier's like, you know, he's trained all his life in like specific things, and it's like he's like, don't laugh at me. You realize who I am, right?
I can kill you 6 ways from Sunday.
Right.
Oh, and he's having to practice drawing.
Yep, drawing is very important. Yep.
Amaero.
Oh. Okay. Yep.
Showing him how to take apart the gun.
Taking apart. Yep.
Nice.
Very good.
I
This is
like
some good
that-
attention to detail.
It is. It is good.
Yeah, why is she watching from the side?
Well, why is she not watching this time?
Oh, she's not. Is she crying? Oh.
アトリのヒナだ。
Baby, yeah.
巣から
Throw
落ち
out
た
of
ん
the
だ。
nests.
Oh.
Yeah.
ダメだよ。巣に返さなくちゃ。
Oh.
死んじゃうぞその子
It's。like her.
Yeah.
巣から離して育てるのは大変な
Yeah.
んだ。
Yep.
めったに育て上げることなんてできやしない。
Oh, this is
No.
getting way too on the nose.
Mhm.
Oh.
巣に返そう。お母さんのところへ。
She's smiling!
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
sort of a
I
smile!
know. I know.
That- Oh.
3秒だ。3秒で全てが決まる。一瞬でもミスや躊躇があれば撃ち殺されるのはお前だ。
Dang. And those eyes.
Yep. Yep.
なんといっても集中力が抜群
Wow.
だ。
Yeah, because he's a doctor.
た
Yep.
だ
However.
銃で人を撃つとなると別問題だ。
Oh.
彼はどちらに進みますかね。まあそれはいい。
He's not gonna answer that question.
Yeah.
Just give him the stone cold silence. This guy, oh my gosh. I love
とい
it.
うのなら教えていただきたいですね。
残りの受講料をお支払いしておきます。
Yep.
それと肉じゃが食べてください。本当にありがとうございました。
ったく
Eventually. Eventually you'll get it. You'll get it, buddy.
So
She's gonna teach him. And she's laughing. Oh! Oh, that feels. Oh, that guy.
笑った
Oh. It's just the simple things,
Yeah.
the simple little things. He's
Yeah,
just trying
he's-
to.
の行方を知ってるん
He's
で
not
しょう。
telling you anything.
それは言えない
But can't.
Yeah.
結構お引き取りください。
Oh. No. Okay.
This poor guy. He's just
Okay.
trying to find some redemption from
Okay.
doing the horrible thing to her, and she's actually beginning to.
Okay.
Accept and open up to him.
Yeah. That
Okay.
episode was so sweet.
It was really sweet.
Like
One of the
gosh.
things that I'm noticing about Monster is they do a really good job of creating the lingering moments and actually delivering on the build-up within those lingering moments.
Yes.
So
Yes.
when you have a setting like this of the episode where it's essentially a flashback, plot-wise, it's not going to mean much in the overall scheme
probably
of
not.
things. But it does let us in on the fact that Tenma is going on a journey.
Right.
It's not going to be a fast journey. He's
Yeah,
going to
exactly.
meet people along the way.
Yep.
He's going to acquire skills. He's going
Yep.
to learn
Mhm.
things. He's going to do things.
Yep.
And those choices are important. So
Right.
right now, his choice was that he went to go get some formal gun training.
That's right.
From someone who's very good.
And I like that they had him do that, because if he is essentially seeing Johan as this tumor that needs to be removed, well,
Yes.
you don't just try and remove a tumor when you're not practiced with your tools of surgery removement, you know. So
he needs to be precise, careful,
calculated, and just
and make the decision now. One of the things that I think
no mistakes.
One of the things I think that happens that this guy was talking about was that when you get trained in how to shoot a gun, I've been trained in how to shoot a gun. You are told very specific things that are kind of choices you make before you get put into a situation where you would actually need to use a gun. Because one of the great things about getting that kind of training is you're not anticipating that it's actually going to happen, but it's in that very unlikely event that you do need to have it. You don't have to look around for someone else. You can take that action.
You are someone else, yeah.
But the thing is this guy made a very good point, was that if he was shooting something that wasn't a human being, then he'll do fine. He'll do great.
He's great, yeah.
But there's a choice that needs to be made. There's a path that splits when you're deciding to shoot a human being.
Right.
And he wouldn't give the answer of whether or not he thought Tenma would choose one way or the other.
Which is a great way to say that, one, he's protecting him from Lung, but also
a way to say he probably
might
would.
not be sure, but he also could. It's leaving it that bit of ambiguity in there, so that we can be worried about Tenma.
Right, but what I took from that also was, if you want to infer a little bit of a percentages thing, it's 50-50 either way, right?
Yeah.
But because he said nothing, he's a soldier. I think his brain works in such a way that lying is something that he doesn't even think about. He never lies. So rather than lie, he's just going to not talk.
Right.
So,
and in fact, the one time when he said, "I can't tell you that," that was probably trying to basically show how much he respected Tenma.
Exactly. So in the cases where he asked him a question and he just said nothing, I think if he was willing to answer honestly, he would have. If he answered honestly, and it would incriminate Tenma.
Sure, yeah, okay, that is a great point, because he did answer him on the other ones where it wasn't incriminating.
He told him that yes, he's very good with the gun.
Yeah.
Because none of that incriminates him. It just says, okay, this is what you're dealing with. Yeah, I can pass along that information to you. But I think because he didn't say that,
and makes it a lot more likely. Yeah,
and the eyes that Tenma had when he was shooting 1 2 1 2 1 2, and they zoomed in a little bit. I'm like, he's made the decision.
Oh yeah. I mean, well, and if with Johan, absolutely.
Yeah,
right?
I think that's where it's easy. The problem is that Johan has influence over other people when he works his charisma
thing. Yeah.
Well, it's really just raw fear and charisma and intimidation.
Right.
And when he works on someone else, will Tenma be able to shoot someone that is trying to kill him but under Johan's influence? So therefore they're kind of innocent.
Yeah. That's
where it gets complicated. And that's where I know it's going to happen, but oh man.
Yeah.
Okay, but then this side story.
Okay, can I just bring something up?
Yes.
Okay. This was one of the absolute best character dynamics I have ever seen that never had the two characters talk to each other.
Right.
Because the girl never spoke a word the entire episode, which is amazing.
It's incredible that they pulled it off and actually made it emotional.
I know. Like when I watched Logan for the first time, I thought they were going to do that with her then.
Very similar,
and they almost
there was a
did.
Language barrier, but then we found out there wasn't.
Well,
spoiler alert.
Right. And because stuff happened and she ended up talking, and it was like, okay, great, and I loved it. But here they actually did it, and probably because it was just one episode, right? You know,
you don't have as much time.
Yeah, you don't have to have as much time. You don't have to have as many things happen in the plot that are dependent upon it. So any times that they're there, you're focusing on that, not for what it does to the plot, but what it means for the characters and things like that. So all the times that she wasn't saying anything, it was actually saying an awful lot. And I love it when that happens, because the few times that I've seen stories, particularly anime, do this, they're some of my favorite moments ever.
They're really good.
So this was just great. And he didn't even, I don't think he ever, said a direct thing to her, other than, did he say
you were smiling?
Yeah, at the end,
that was
smiling. Yeah.
At the end, that was it.
Yeah.
In fact, the most connection they had wasn't even that. It was when she reached out her hand at the very end of the episode and he started crying in the rain.
I know.
Guys, here's something that I think it needs to be said for this is I feel like Monster as a show could get some flack because people are going to say that the pacing is too slow or something like that. But it's episodes like this where Jacob, you hit it right on the nail on the head, that you can do an episodic narrative, an episodic show with an overarching narrative through the eyes of one or two characters, in this case Tenma, and have side characters that come in that bring about some kind of message to the main character's kind of story and their kind of plot, but have their own individual little mini arcs that they encompass within the episode.
Because what they're kind of doing is they're continuing on what they've already been doing of seeing all these people that Tenma helps, whether it's in the hospital or outside the hospital, like Mahler. The thing that's going to make that suck even more, though, is that they also address the idea of Tenma actively hurting and or killing people in this episode. So when that happens, because it probably will happen, even if it doesn't happen for a while, that's going to be kind of a death, a character death of sorts.
Yeah, Tenma. Tenma is not immediately at a point where he's unsavable in this case.
Oh, absolutely not.
But my point is that he just upped his difficulty modifier on getting, out of this because one of the things that a lot of people I know, with just recent more relevant topics about guns in particular, is that it puts things it puts a lot of power into the wielder of this deadly weapon. So Tenma, his whole arc is about making choices. His choices are now powerful. But the thing is, now he has this thing that escalates the consequences of his choices.
Right. Yes, because he's dealing with something like Johan.
But that's the point, is that he has to be a lot more wise with his choices.
Oh yeah, and I think the fact that he is a doctor is something that will play a lot into that, because he's used to having a level head, being cool, and being like, okay, what is it that I need to do here?
Yes, but
he won't panic.
But what did the guy train him to do? Is basically to concentrate in order to basically be balanced. And I want to juxtapose concentration and balance onto his mental state. One of the things that he was practicing was his physical body, right?
Yes.
But what he was actually doing, I think, is getting him to think like someone who's a responsible gun wielder. Because I believe such a person can exist.
Really?
No, really. I think so. I think it contextually, where we're at in our country right now, it's a little bit crazy. But if we're talking about in the context of this show, Tenma could be someone to handle this responsibly.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But the problem still remains, is that he is probably going to end up making a choice out of fear, out of paranoia, out of some kind of thing that will pull him away from his concentration and his balance. So it's in those tense moments where he's actually going to think back towards this episode, towards this soldier who taught him not just how to shoot a gun and shoot people potentially, but how to be one of concentration, one of balance. So
training not just his body but his mind.
Right.
Yep. And as for what you said earlier about Tenma getting out of this okay, I don't particularly think he's going to get out of this okay either. But one of the things that I saw them doing here, and I think this is a really big deal, and something that I think they'll carry along with them moving forward, is the potential for people to do amazingly awesome things and amazingly terrible things, and sometimes by the same person. Oftentimes, the idea that, like, say Mahler at the beginning, we were like, oh man, this guy's a jerk, and then we were like, wow, okay, all right, well,
yeah, we like that guy.
Why'd you have to die?
And then we had our resident soldier here, who is the sort of adoptee father figure of the girl whose mother he killed.
Right. Because she freaked out and was gonna kill him, and he.
Well, it's a guy on a road for redemption. Hopefully.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you gotta imagine, like, he kills the mother right in front of her. The daughter either goes into shock, immediately, or breaks down, which can cause, either one can cause a fully grown man potentially to just mentally break a little bit. So in that moment,
Probably.
he was probably like, I mean, let's say he didn't break. Let's say he just killed her and he's like, well, she was a threat. I had to do it. But then he looks at the girl and goes,
Yeah.
I can't just leave her here because she's not a threat.
Because she's going to
and
starve.
She's going to die.
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
I just took away her nest. That little
Right.
bit with the bird was very on the nose, but very,
yeah.
very good.
Yep.
But bringing her back, that's the scary thing is like, he won. We don't really know. We're kind of inferring this stuff, but he one was probably seeking redemption, but he too also, if you think about him as a soldier and as a, threat assessment kind of person, he was bringing someone to his house who probably could have grabbed a gun at any point.
Yes, and
when he was asleep.
Well, yeah,
and killed him.
And the fact that the first thing we see her doing when Tenma needs to jump rope is that she's jump roping too, and jump roping very well, very evenly and everything.
Maybe
that means he's
she
been
had already
teaching her
been
the same stuff.
trained.
Yeah, she probably already had been trained. One, because that's maybe just naturally what he'd think to do. Two, maybe in case she needed to protect herself. Three, it could also be the thing of, hey, if you want revenge, you have the power to do so.
Whoa. I think that's something that I'm glad they left vague.
Exactly. And
because we don't need those answers, but it's good for discussion.
And that's why I love it when stories leave things ambiguous like this, whether it's with characters not talking or just generally not explaining certain things in the story, is because then you can fill it in with whatever is best for you.
Definitely.
And they did a lot of that this episode, and they did it very well. So thank
and
you,
then
Monster.
The feels when she
yeah,
grabs his
yeah.
hand and
I
he's
know,
crying.
I know.
Because this is. I mean, he's a curmudgeon-y old guy, but he's still got a heart, and I think this is something to be said for kind of the old guy and the little girl kind of stereotype, the Logan kind of thing.
Right.
But I mean, it's been around with Clint Eastwood. I mean,
they
old cowboy movies and stuff, but
yeah.
There's something about forgiveness. There's something about acceptance that just transcends all the feels barriers and just goes straight to the heart. You're like, are you ready to feel things?
Yeah, I was. Oh boy. When I think Monster, right? Especially when we first started watching it, I'm like, oh, okay, this is gonna be like a kind of a crazier episode that makes you think and stuff like that, and I didn't expect it to make me feel.
Oh, this episode in particular?
Well, this episode in particular, the first thing I thought once I saw the title and the fact that there was the little girl jumping in the puddle, I'm like, oh no.
You're gonna feel
I just hope
things.
these are the good feels,
right.
at that point.
I think your immediate thought was, well, dang it, she's dead.
yeah, that's what what my mind immediately went to.
When I saw the soldier and the little girl, I thought about the polar opposite side of things, and I'm like,
right.
wait,
Yeah.
Are they going to be in different stories, or are they going to be in the same story? If they're in the same story, I'm really excited. But because they were in the same story, because they went for the feels route, and
so
they
good.
did this, you know what they showed, actually?
What?
Is that you can have someone who does monstrous things still find some happence, still find some peace, still find acceptance.
Right.
And this is something that is really crazy. They showed Lung, or Lunge, or however you pronounce his name, the inspector, listing off all the missions he's went on, all the potential kills he's had.
Oh yeah,
this guy has killed tons of people, and he probably has justified most of them in his head. To a lot of people in this world, they would consider that person a monster.
Right.
But the crazy thing is that even this guy who's he was alone. He doesn't, we don't see a wife, we don't see kids, we don't see, he might be all alone in this world.
Probably had nobody.
And he might have been thinking what was I thinking bringing this girl back here? I'm really just selfish. All I wanted was a little bit of
to make myself feel
better.
Yeah.
And probably beating himself up a little bit, but maybe, his soldier training keeps that mental stuff down, pushed down. He doesn't.
Who knows?
But then the minute she grabbed his hand, I'll bet you immediately all that feeling and everything that he'd shoved back down in there came rushing back up, and you're just I don't know, it just hits you, man. It's good stuff. It's good feels.
That was so good. That was so good.
Stuff. Anyhow,
these
guys,
are the things that make me want to make stories.
Yeah. Tenma is continuing on his mission.
Yep. I hope
he
we get
has
more
his
episodes
skills.
like this.
I want more episodes like this that start to move the plot along a little bit.
Sure,
I don't need it to move much faster than this, but I wouldn't like things to move much slower than this.
Yes, absolutely. You're right. If every episode was like this, the plot would probably need to move
I think
a
they
bit
can
faster.
get away with doing this like every other or every 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, some of the previous episodes, they'd be like, whoa, a lot of stuff happened,
Yeah, and I think that we've past that the ocean shelf, so to speak.
Exactly.
We're in the deep end now, and
Yep.
it's a character study. And this was something that we theorized back in the beginning. This show is not going to be about one monster necessarily. It's going to be about the monster in
Or
all
lack
of us.
thereof in all of us,
Well, this is the point, is that it's not just about the lack. I'm saying that everyone has a monster potentially,
of
but
some
it's how
size or
they
shape,
handle it.
Yep, right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
'Cause there was-
how other people handle the monster.
Yeah, because there was probably a part of that girl, we don't even know her name,
Yeah.
that wanted to kill him. Like,
Maybe.
Probably. But,
Good stuff. Good little episodic story. And I think that by doing it this way, it also reinforces our belief in the show and the show writers and the story in itself, knowing that they can handle the episodic episodes very well.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yep.
So, that's the gist of it. I'm pretty much
excited
done for
to see
discussion,
what
but-
other ideas for cool episodic bits or characters or whatever.
Episodic characters. We have the submarine guy. We have Mahler.
Because he was just alive for an episode.
Yep. We have the soldier and the girl now. We had the Fortners. I think they lasted technically like 1.5 episodes.
Yeah, they lasted a bit longer.
But the Fortners were great, and I'm glad that this show seems to understand how important characters are, and
Right. Yes.
it's even just the small little characters
Yep.
can be
Yep.
impactful. So yeah, guys, if you want to see the next episode's reaction right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon.
right.
You can get on early access. You can also watch full-length reactions there. And all this, of course, comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us about stories or what have you. And yeah, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb,
I'm Jacob.
and we'll see you all next time.